Hiring is a very complicated and nuanced process. Many people add steps that we don't have. We add steps that other people don't have. So to explain this concept, I brought a children's game to help us understand hiring. All right, in hiring, as you can see in our game, we are ready to add another person to our team. We're so excited. We need this person. They're gonna add value and help the rest of the team. So where do we start? Well, we wanna find as many people in our candidate pool as we can. We found them all here, right? You might find them through recruiters, LinkedIn, ads on Indeed, Glassdoor. Wherever you find them, you wanna create as big a pool of candidates to hire from as possible. That's step number one. So as we progress through hiring, we try to quickly eliminate people out of our pool. So we'll look and see who may not fit. A lot of people are gonna send you their resume that are just clearly not an option for you. So you have to spend time sorting through all of your resumes and eliminating as many as you can. That's step number two. So we've come to an important step in our hiring where we've eliminated a lot of people out of our candidate pool. These are the people we actually want to talk to. So we'll reach out to them and say, we're ready to have our first meeting with you. And in that first meeting, we just go through a resume story. That's what we call it, resume stories. We have them walk us through the story of their resume, telling us things that happened that they enjoyed, that they struggled with, bosses, colleagues, people they ran into. And we hear a lot from the candidate as they explain the story of their career life to us over time. That's step number three. Now that we've narrowed down our candidate pool even more, we're ready to move on to the next step in our hiring, and that's where we make a presentation to them. We give them what we call a vision and values presentation. My partner and I, we walk through the vision of the firm, why we exist, and our values, and we actually invite them to embrace those values as they move forward towards hiring in our firm. That's step number four. As we continue to move through the hiring process, we're starting to get to know these candidates. We're starting to like some and want to eliminate some, so we have feelings and thoughts about them. This is the stage where we want to add in some science. This is where we start giving them tests. We give them personality profile tests, working genius tests from Patrick Lencioni's group. We give background checks, and for some roles, we even give accounting and bookkeeping tests. So this science helps to really feed the nuance and the feelings we have and gives us a little bit more of a solid foundation to help us move forward with these candidates. And this is step number five. Now that that last step has helped us identify more candidates, it's time to introduce other people into this process, so you can't do all of the hiring alone. My partner and I always do all of our hiring together. Those two people really help us to identify the candidates better. Now in this step, we're going to introduce our leadership team. They actually go have a private meeting with these candidates without my partner and I, so that candidate can really feel like they can ask real questions of the leadership team about our culture, our firm, and the technical requirements of the job. That's step number six. As we continue to move forward in our hiring process and our leadership team is now helped us, we're ready to move on with the next step, and that's to call references. We always call references. So as our leadership team was meeting with the candidates that we really like, we told them to go ahead and send some references over. So I always do the reference calling. Sometimes my partner will listen in, and that's step number seven. Okay, we're down to the candidates we actually want to hire. A lot of times, multiple candidates are the ones we would want to hire. And when we get to this stage, we do have one more meeting with them, and this is the one we're going to make an offer in. Now, there's two parts to this stage of our hiring. We're going to make an offer, but also go through some summaries of our policies. And once they accept the offer, we're going to send them all of our policy documents, employee agreements, job descriptions, for them to review those and sign those. And that is step number 8. Okay, we have our candidate. We're so excited. They're excited. We've hired one person to fill our role, and we've gone through a lot to figure that out. They've gone through a lot too, and we congratulate them and tell them thank you for trusting us to go through this. And so now we actually bring them into the firm. They've signed everything. We start orientation, and we begin a 3 to 6 month training. And that is how we make sure we get the right candidate on our team. Our process comes from a couple of decades of practicing this. So we have added so many steps, we've dropped steps, we make up steps every single time we go through a period of hiring. But our steps are not exactly going to look like your steps. But I hope what we've gone through today helps you develop more of an intentional process to find your next great talent for your company.